Welcome to That Ain't Real. Today we're looking at The Rip, the new Netflix movie everyone's talking about. Starring Ben Affleck and Matt Damon back together again, this time as Miami cops who stumble into millions of cartel dollars, pushing them to the edge in a world of corruption where no one knows who to trust. Warning, spoilers ahead. In this episode, we're breaking down how much of this Miami-Dade madness is actually based on real police work. Let's get into it. This is That Ain't Real. Number 1, the story. Believe it or not, the craziest part of The Rip, the core of its plot, is 100% real. The movie is inspired by a real life raid from 2016 when Miami-Dade detective Chris Cassiano, who also served as a consultant on the film and also tragically lost his son to cancer at the age of 11, discovered 24 million in cash hidden inside Home Depot buckets concealed behind a wall in a suburban home. Just like in the movie, it was a record-breaking haul. And the cops being inside the house for hours counting cash, that's real too. By law, when police seize large sums of cash, it must be counted and documented on site to preserve the chain of custody. In the real case, Cassiano's team spent over 40 hours inside that house, manually counting every bill. Number 2, the atmosphere and world. This is where The Rip really shines. Affleck and Damon spent time doing ride alongs and getting to know real Miami Dade officers, and it shows in the tone, the tension, and the paranoia. First, the title. A rip is legit Miami Dade slang for a raid where officers seize drugs or cash from criminals. The cartel controlled neighborhoods, also real. While buying an entire street may be rare, cartels absolutely use a tactic known as visual buffering. They'll buy or control houses next door or across the street from the stash house to deter neighbors and keep an eye on their asset. That tactic was confirmed in the real 2016 case. The paranoia of being watched is also dead on. In the real raid, Cassiano later said the most terrifying moment was realizing the house was wired with high definition 360-degree cameras hidden inside and outside. The cartel wasn't just recording, they were live streaming the raid to higher ups in real time. For over 40 hours, the cops counting that money knew they were being watched. But the lookout house using Morse code with blinking lights? That ain't real. In real life, cartels use burner phones, encrypted apps, or subtle physical signs, like a specific car placement or laundry colors on a fence. Flashing lights is way too obvious and will get spotted immediately by patrol units. Number 3, the scandal. In the movie, officers are walking on eggshells because the Violent Criminal Apprehension Team, VCAT, was recently shut down. That paranoia comes straight from Miami's real history. From the 1980s into the early 2000s, Miami police corruption was so severe that federal prosecutors called it institutional. The most infamous case was the Miami River Cops scandal, where nearly 100 officers were arrested, fired, or disciplined. They weren't isolated bad actors, they literally referred to themselves as an enterprise. And just like in the movie, they performed real life rips, stealing drugs and cash from cartels. And that FBI grilling we see early in the movie, that's real. When a department is flagged for corruption, the FBI's Public Corruption Squad often embeds directly inside the station. They monitor every raid, every tip, and every dollar. It's why Damon's character is obsessed with the cash count. In real life, a single missing $100 bill during a federal probe can land an entire squad in prison. It's also realistic that officers quit or transfer during these times. After federal consent decrees, many veteran cops retire early or move to smaller departments rather than work under constant scrutiny. Number 4. The dramatic licensing. This is where the RIP turns up the Hollywood heat. First, the phone ban, forcing officers to hand over their phones to stay off the grid. That would never happen in real life. The climatic shootouts, the chase scene ending, the phone book switcheroo, the officers' betrayals, cops turning weapons on each other, tactical units clashing with the FBI and DEA and suburban cul-de-sacs. All of that's just pure Hollywood octane. Real corruption cases end quietly with indictments, sealed evidence rooms, and long federal sentences. Let's review. The Rip gets major credit for its real life inspiration. It nails the premise, the escalation, and the brotherhood. But the nonstop action, shootouts, and total breakdown of order, that ain't real. Let us know what you think. Drop a comment, subscribe, and tell us what movie we should break down next. This is That Ain't Real.